Happy birthday, Marguerite. They say it's your birthday, Marguerite. I love you, Marguerite. Wherever you are in the afterlife. Love you, Marguerite. Yes. It is my long past friend. Well, not long past, 1 year now. Passed away. And anyways, how's it? Hang loose. And welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Today is February 10th, and I was awoken early in the morning, and I didn't know why until I found out that perhaps might have had something to do with an earthquake. That's right. Not that I'm really sensitive to earthquakes and I'm an earthquake detector. I'm just saying, stuff like that happens, you know. It's like, God, I woke up, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. So anyways, let's go. Let's go do this. I'm kind of scattered because of that. It's kind of like, there's no vibration as in like that, but it's sort of like, you know, things can, anyways, enough I say. Oh, yes, don't forget to get that going on there. Alright, Maggie. What's up, man? Humana. What's up, Buck?
Reporting for duty, Commander.
That's right. Can you say impeachment today?
I need a weapon.
I know you do. You can't bring those in here. There's a metal detector. It's supposed to be peaceable assembly.
Lord Vader won't accept defeat.
You don't need 30,000 guns next time. You don't need them. Anyways, I don't know if you heard about this stuff, but it just gets weirder and weirder. But last time, first day one, right? Day one, they showed that video, and everyone's like, it was like a movie. It was so cool. Well,
Can't be caught standing around doing nothing.
I know you didn't. You got caught doing something. It's like, it was like a timeline. So it kind of had to get a movie feel to it. It's like parallel development. This is happening over here, and this is happening over here. It's going along at the same time. It's like, so yeah, good luck with that. So day one, whatever. Welcome to the jungle. It's Congress. It's the three ring circus. And on this ring, in this tent over here, we have the House. And in this tent, we have the Congress Senate trial going on. Sorry. No, it's serious. It's really historical, but it's serious. It's serious. It's so serious. So, welcome to newspaper. Of course. Ode to 2001. Yeah, newspaper. This is how we look inside the newspaper and see what's what. And I'm going to try to go, because I'm up in the morning. Here comes the tsunami. Where? Hey, it could happen. If that thing produced a tsunami, we could be in deep kimchi, and that would be like in that direction, coming this way. I would not enjoy that. I'm not into 60-foot, 100-foot swells. Wake up! So the newspaper, where we can look on the inside by seeing what's on the outside. As it headlines, you see the position. We'll get to that later. Oh wait, I need speaking of possession, I need my light. Don't put your light under a bushel. Put your light in the light. And sound recording. Shut up!
Ready for action.
Are you? Are you ready for action? Give me some action. That sounded weird. That came out weird. Okay. What's on the outside is on the inside. So let's check out the headline. It says.
Here they come again.
I'm kidding. I don't need a thumbnail. I just do that. I just need to. It's a sick thing.
Trooper standing by.
You bitch, ya. No. It started out thumbnail, and then it turned into bad ongoing gig. Stop that gig. We need more slapstick. EK extends eviction ban. So, because of the state, you cannot evict your tenants. Bad. I was gonna polish up the witch's broomstick and stick it where the sun don't. Yeah, she was trying to do stuff to. She's trying to assert her witchhood. I will set boundaries to these NPDs. Okay, what do we got here? As far as on this, I don't know. We got the trial. Okay, done. Just turn on, flip it on, see the man. Look at our 52 daily cases, not bad. 72, 73. I was just thinking, when you have like the giant numbers, 3,000 people a day die from the coronavirus. Every day. 9/11. Every day. Pearl Harbor. Every day. It's like doesn't sink in. It doesn't sink in. But then you get small numbers, like 30 people, and then you kind of close, and then it's like of those 30 people, like 5 have just, and then now it's like 10. It starts getting closer, inch by inch. Then it starts kind of okay. Fear porn. Back in the day, we got this thing going on, which is workmen build platform inauguration. Governor John A. Burns and Lieutenant Governor Thomas Gill, background painters work on the Ilani Palace background bandstand. They're to be sworn in 1966. So they made it a statehood, and then because he's the first governor. Like building, looks like the gallows. Okay, as we go. Mike Pence is well hung. And that came out wrong too. This is something. Dementia greatly increases the risk of getting COVID. And they don't know why. It's not to say, look, it could not be entirely explained by usual common characteristics of people with dementia. Known factors like old age, living in a nursing home, having conditions with obesity, asthma, diabetes, cardiovascular disease. It ain't related to that stuff. They're just like going, for some reason, demented people catch it like twice as much. I don't know, mask. What?
Hi. I'm in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. That's right. As a sensitive subtones, I'm staying aloof. Kinda like that beats by myself, but I like to stay low. And I wear a mask. Like and subscribe. Matter of fact, I'm wearing a second mask. Until I get my second vaccine shot. That's right. That's what I like to do.
Rinky isn't demented. He's just touched. And yeah, he's right. Wear the mask. It was an attack. People went crazy. U.S. is getting close to 1.5 million vaccinations per day. Whatcha? Yeah, baby, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, here, and this is also what I'm talking about. Okay, you with conspiracy theories. Okay. Now, not to stir the pot, right? The World Health Organization is an international organization, much like the United Nations, right? It's like, let's go over here. And they went over to Wuhan, which is in that place in China where this pandemic plague started from, right? And this first outbreak actually is nearby, but we won't get specific. So they go over there for a visit. Let's check it out. And let's inspect the laboratory. And let's take out the market. They went over there and checked it out, right? And this is what, a year later? And how many people freaking died and stuff? So, hey, we're coming by the lab to inspect. So, basically, they said, because there was a leak theory, it leaked from the lab, and Trump's people promoted that because, they're China haters. I think that would be sinophobic, I guess. Sociology, ding! So, xenophobic. You get the oxes coming by. Watch out. So they went over there to check the lab, and what do you think? They're going to clean up, So this is not really, I don't consider this. They said, no, it didn't leak from we went to the lab and checked it out. It's all clean there. And, it's not in those things, this is Iran. Where's that nuclear waste, or where was that nuclear enrichment stuff? And they switch it around to the different, wait, give us a couple days, we got the trucks, put it over in that. I don't know. So I don't believe this. It doesn't have much weight in my, never proved it to me yet. But they're just trying to quell that. They're trying to quell that thing because, all the people dead from that. And I'm like, oh, of course the government of China's like, you shall say nothing. Because that's how they talk in China. They're pretty mean with the government. And look at this impeachment trial. And off to the impeachment trial. Look at you see the painting in the background? It's the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The big giant famous painting. It's the back of some $2 bills now. They're walking over to the Senate. Wish while you work. We're off to see that we don't have enough votes. Raskin makes emotional appeal at trial. Yeah, I'm agreeing with the people that say just bring in the victims, the guy with the eyeball, and bring in the freaking dead bodies or whatever. That's what I freaking don't. You don't want me as president, I'll tell you what. You'd be like, President Frederick the Mad. Mongoose, because my name isn't Frederick either. So, we shall bring in the dead bodies and hold them for trial. That'd be, yes. They pardoned Jim Morrison for his Miami concert where he whipped out his pee-pee, or supposedly whipped out, I don't know, pee-pee flashing. I saw his penis. It was a belt buckle. It was penis. It was a belt buckle. Shut up. The one he got arrested for when he went to France before he overdosed in 1971. Come on, baby, light my fire. The governor pardoned him for those crimes in 2010. Okay, is that relevant now? What would Jim do? I don't know. Oh, and this, okay, they're going to tax 65 or older, which is down from 75 or older. Yeah, Vax. It was a 55. I can't drive 55. Okay, now look. They put a Bill 44, because he's the 44th president, for Obama historical landmarks all over the island. No! It's berry worship. I went to high school with this guy. I should stop there. I didn't really know him. Like, I didn't hang out with that guy. He was in Barry. He was like the next homeroom. He was like the homeroom right there every morning. And other people. It's just, I don't know. Whatever. This kind of thing. I thought my word, if I had to sum it in one word, goofy. Goofy Barry. That's it. It wasn't anything special. That's why it's like so mind-boggling. Well, hey, out of high school, I don't know. But he's gonna have. Oh, he got shave ice here. Oh, that's where he had an apartment with his mommy in high school, and that's it. I'm gonna go crazy. Everywhere I go, it's the shadow of berry worship. Oh, back in the day. Yeah, get your mind off it, dumbass. I'm just jealous. Big Q, not back in the day. Big Q. How soon should Hawaii's public school students be largely back in classrooms realistically? Largely back realistically. Your qualifiers there. Okay. 24%. After spring break, much later in March. 38%. Start of new school year in fall. 38% this month. Just doomed tomorrow. Just send them all back to school. Here's your mask. Your mask is in your lunch pail. A little brown bag for you. Stay away from me, man. Just have them all go live in a big dormitory and vax them all. There. Here's your solution. I just thought of it. Thank you, Mongoose Max. You're welcome. Oh, and one more quick. Before we... Oh, it's going to make too long. Arabs in space. What was that?
Quiet already! What are you doing? Shut up, don't make a comment! Who do you think lives behind Mars? What? You didn't hear that? Never mind.
Yeah. Arabs in space. They made it to Mars. That's why they're swearing in the Space Force. Oh no, the Arabs are up there. Swearing the Space Force. And they're still promoting the new stadium by demoting the old stadium. You big rust bucket, leave it alone. Oh, okay. After all that, oh my gosh, I was trying to make this. Happy birthday, Marguerite. Yeah, she was always about being happy, joyous, like full of joy and happy and brave. She don't want you to be sad, so it's always a good thing. I think of Marguerite. Lovely Marguerite. I am not worthy. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. I'm trying. I've been trying. What the hell? Alright, let's get this. Where am I going? Home right. Opinions. Yeah. Opinions are like letters to the editor. Everyone's got one. Chemicals from dead batteries will pollute. Batteries are not biodegradable. What happens to our beautiful Hawaiian landscape when dead batteries from solar energy systems and electric vehicles start piling up? What happens to our water quality when chemicals and minerals leach out of dead batteries into our water table? The danger from Red Hill pales in comparison. No problem. Carbon Cashback will pay us for dividends to allay our concerns. Quote article, February 5th. Give us a break. Ronald E. Hughes, IAEA. Thank you, Ronald. We value your opinion. I'll tell you one thing. Thanks for being anti-green. Not. Here's something for sure. I just want to make sure you know this. Red Hill is the whole aquifer for Honolulu, the city, about 1 million people, their water supply. No, Red Hill is looming. It's not pales in comparison. Red Hill is a huge danger, and people are walking around like the asteroid that kills the dinosaurs. Just so you know, Ronald. Legalize gambling. Sorry to be serious. I just feel so important when I try to get serious. I feel so impotent. Urology. Legalize gambling increases society's woes. There's no doubt something needs to be done immediately about providing housing for Native Hawaiians, but a casino or any form of legalized gambling is not the answer. But in 2012 and 2013, the Hawaii Coalition Against Legalized Gambling brought Doctors John Kitts and Earl Grisnolds to the state. They are gambling research experts who have no monetary or other stake in whether gambling becomes legal here or not. They spent countless hours with members of legislature and the public, sharing with them the results of analysis, decades of information collected on legalized gambling. The conclusions were clear-cut and not in question. Gambling was a losing proposition. Forgive the pun. Hawaii already shares local ills with homelessness, drug addiction, poverty, domestic violence, food insecurity, to name a few. Legalized gambling in any form will only increase our problems. Violet Horvath, acting president, Hawaii Coalition Against Legalized Gambling. Vorhath, not to make fun of people's names, but Harry Potter, where's your broomstick? Harry Potter has a vibrating broomstick toy. Stop that, Harry, and stop playing with the dolly. Right? Don't play with dollies. That means you.
Trooper reporting for duty. Fight for the Empire.
Impeach the bastard. Convict. I'm sorry, where was I? Oh, wait a second. Calm down. Politicians fail to fulfill duties to Hawaiians. This state has...
Remain at your post, Trooper.
Shut the hell... This state has been dependent on tourism, and we're unable to function since COVID-19. The state has a mandate, but year after year, the Hawaiian people are pushed aside. HLM. Hawaiian Lives Matter? ? The state is named Hawaii because of its Hawaiian people. It's actually Hawaii.
Trooper standing by.
Ha is breath of life. Ha and vai, fresh water. Life and fresh water. Hawaii. Because of Hawaiian people. The Hawaiians belong here. Everybody else is just guests. The Hawaiians have been suppressed and homeless for so long because of the state's inability to fulfill its responsibility. Many Hawaiians have died waiting for homeland lease to build a house. That's true. That's really sad. Build a life and be proud. To all those politicians who are against any type of gambling, it's time to fulfill their mandated fiduciary. Say that again. Say it. Go ahead. Because fiduciary responsibility immediately, italicized. Otherwise, a casino or a lottery. Mary Alice Lee, Kaneohe. Oh, hey, thanks, Mary, for hedging your bet there with otherwise casino or lottery. Some people are really hard up for gambling. They do it anyways. It's cockfighting. I mean, Moa Kane, Roosta. Protect school works. No. I saw that one. It's just lame. Yeah, protect school workers. Do this one. Yes, Nana. We're not going to read yours. But thanks, Pat. Get those kids in school. Teach them yourself. Sit down with them and read them. Take some time. Some quality time. Both wear masks. Freaking, now's your time to pass on your culture and everything you want your... And learn some computer skills yourself. Old people like me. We need computer skills. Structural disparities lead to systematic racism. Poor Carl Thomas. So misinformed. He thinks that systematic racism means white people are inherently racist, and that it is disproven by white people contributing to poor people of color and voting for Barack Obama. Citation article February 2nd. As systematic denotes the problem is structural in economic and political barriers that were devised long ago to maintain an unjust system that persists despite changing times and benign intentions of many white people. Thomas repeats tired, conservative mantras of individual responsibility, ignoring the injustices regularly visited upon hardworking, conscientious people of color that white people seldom experience. Changing individuals' minds will not correct disparities of outcome based on unequal starting points and legacy structural disparities. Sometimes only government action can move the system meaningfully towards fairness. For example, by Congress passing the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. David Monk, Hawaii Kai. Thank you, David. Yeah, I agree. There you have it. Who wins the T-Rex Toenail Award? I would say David Monk of Hawaii Kai. You win the T-Rex Toenail Award. You can look at it. You can drool on your screen. But you can't have it. But only in your mind, in your heart. Feel the elation, the effervescent bubbling over of all this wonderful attention and award-winning internal joy that you must get from being recognized on the Mongoose Max Hawaii newspaper series. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, share with a friend. Vote for me. No, don't vote for me. Anyways, watch your stuff on TV. Get yourself an appointment for a vax to the max. And remember, always hang loose. Can never go wrong with hang loose. Hang loose. What can happen with hang loose? Yeah, hang loose.
Can never go wrong with hang loose. Hang loose. What can happen with hang loose? Yeah, hang loose.